Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining today's Windward webinar. My name is Jennifer, and I'll be your moderator for today's presentation. As always, at the end of the presentation, we will have some time for questions, so you can enter them into the question box. Anything that we're not able to answer during the presentation or maybe a little bit off topic, we can address afterwards. And if you think of a question after, you can email support@windwardsoftware.com and someone can help you out. Today we are discussing automatic bank deposit and deposit worksheets on POS transaction reports. Our presenter today is Abby, and she's been with Windward Software for quite a few years now. So without any further ado, let's get started.
Thank you so much, Jen. And hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for attending our webinar today. And as what Jennifer said, I will be discussing about using automatic bank deposit and deposit worksheet on point of sale transaction report. Basically, I'll only be discussing how these features work in System 5. And without further ado, let's get started. So first, let's talk about the bank deposit wizard. So Bank Deposit Wizard is an option in point of sale transaction report that provides the user with the ability to post the required cash clearing ledger entries directly from within the point of sale transaction report. And it instructs the system to skip the detailed cash count screen and to use the values from the tender details to populate the deposit worksheet for the cash tender type. And the deposit worksheet this is where the data gathered in the point of sale transaction report go. So this opening balance column, or the balance carry forward from previous point of sale transaction report, displays the value in column E from previous day's transaction report. And this received today column, or the total tender of the day, displays a calculated value representing the total brought in for the day for each specific tender. Then the deposit amount column, or the amount to be tendered, will contain the amount being deposited for the specific tender. Okay, and the total tender column, or sorry, the total column displays the total remaining amount after deposit. And that actual amount column, or this column will be manually entered actually, and this displays the actual amount left out of the deposit. This is primarily used for cash and represents the opening balance for the next day's transaction file. And lastly, the over or short column is calculated by subtracting column D from column E to determine if the remaining cash is over or short from what should have been left remaining. We also have here the recalculate button. This is to be used when you want to recalculate or refresh the numbers in the deposit worksheets. And this view journal button will be enabled when there is a journal entry associated with the deposit worksheet. So you just need to click this button to open the journal entry. And the changes that are made to the journal entry are reflected in here, the deposit worksheet. If a journal entry is deleted, the deposit worksheet is also deleted. And the next time you view that specific closed file number, the system will be ready to create a new deposit based on the data collected by the system. So once the ledger entry is created, either posted or unposted, you can no longer make changes to the deposit worksheet. So you have to delete the journal entry first before, or so you can be able to edit the deposit worksheet. Okay, and in this moment, I'm going to pull up my demo to show you how these features work. So I'm going to pull up the point of sale transaction report that is under menu, and then reports, and point of sale transaction report. So here's the deposit wizard settings. You just need to check this box to use the automatic bank deposit wizard. And this feature is currently not supported for multi-currency due to the multiple methods of closing and counting cash that are available in System 5. So basically, you need to, hopefully this will be available soon for the multi-currency. And in this mode, the current department is selected by default, and selecting any additional departments will be ignored by the report. Only the current department transactions will be loaded in the report, even if you select some or all of the other departments. This constraint is required in order for the deposit wizard to create the required accumulated ledger lines for the various tender types that are grouped in the resulting ledger entry. So you have to do it in each department. Like if you're done finalizing this file for this department, so you have to switch to another department and do the same thing. Okay, so let's proceed. I'm going to hit next. So under cash tender type, I've received this amount or this payment, $50. So I have to confirm this one so that this will be reflected in the deposit worksheet. So you have to confirm all the payments that you have received today in order for them to be reflected in the deposit worksheet or to be populated in the deposit worksheet. Okay, and okay, I have received this today. This one as well. The MasterCard, I have received this as well. And Visa, okay, I don't have anything under paid out. And under the cash count tab, you have to check this box to use values from tender details so we can be able to skip this step here, like to manually count the cash. Otherwise, if this is not selected, even if you confirm this payment under the cash tender type, this will not be reflected in the deposit worksheet. Okay, so let's move on to the deposit worksheet tab. So here are the payments that I have received today from my cash, check, debit, MasterCard, and Visa. And we're now ready to create or prepare bank deposit. So actually here, the setup button, this is where you set up the template to be used for the deposit. So you have to set up first so you can be able to create the deposit. Basically, when you create one, the first step is to select tender types. So I have selected them all. And the second step is to select deposit bank accounts for each tender type, as well as the ledger number to be used for their over or short. Okay. And then next, the last step is to redeem the template. And then once done, just hit finish, and we are now ready to create the bank deposit. So just click this button. And the first step is to set the amount to deposit. And this column here, you can actually edit this one. Like for example, you counted 50, but you deposited 30, so you can just put 30 there, and so on. Next step, this shows you the bank deposit summary, wherein all of the payments are posted to their corresponding bank accounts or ledger numbers. So the last step is to post or just save it without posting. So let's say here, posts. And as you can see, the deposit worksheet is now grayed out. So I mean, they can no longer edit this one because the journal entry is created. And even if it's not posted, you cannot still edit this one because the journal entry is created. So you have to delete the journal entry if you want to, or if you need to edit this deposit worksheet. Okay, and then once you're done, just finalize it and then close it, and then switch to another department and do the same thing. So that's it. I guess that would be all for today's webinar. And before we proceed to our question and answer portion, I just want to let you know that you can sign up for future webinars or view previously recorded events. Just go to windwardsoftware.com/webinars. And our available resources, all available resources are listed in the help center. Just go to windwardsoftware.com/help. And for the customer care portal, wherein you can submit and track support tickets and be able to search our knowledge base, like the solution articles, just go to support.windwardsoftware.com. And for the Windward Learning Academy, just go to academy.windwardoncloud.com. And if you have emergency or like issues that needs to be assisted right away, you can create an emergency ticket, or like issues like entire system down, unable to take payment, cannot log in system 5, or recovering from a power outage. Just directly create as an emergency ticket. Go to the windwardsoftware.com/emergency. Okay. And if you want to get guidance from one of our professional services specialists in line with working with system integrity or accounting role-based plan, you may contact your account manager for a quote. And here you go. If you have questions or clarifications, you may type it in the question box.
Awesome, thank you. Before we get started, we do have a couple questions coming in now, but I wanted to let everyone know we have a special webinar coming up on Tuesday, June 2nd. If you've been curious about our Windward Intelligence reporting, that's a webinar you won't want to miss. It's June 7th at 1 p.m. You can find out more information on our website, windwardsoftware.com/webinars. And then we're back to regularly scheduled presentations on June 16th. We'll be discussing renew rentals and rental checklists. So we've got a couple questions here. The first question is from Carol. She wants to know if this, there's not a lot of detail in the question. It just says, can this be done after finalizing the file? Carol, we might need more information on that question if you want to type that in.
Oh, do you mean the deposit worksheet? Yeah, you can actually do that even if you finalize the file already.
Okay, great.
Like it will only give you, or it allows you to automatically create the journal entry using the data gathered in the point of sale transaction report. So you can actually do that when the even if the transaction file or the report is finalized.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. And then the next question, our Visa debit credit card is deposited daily, whereas cash is deposited weekly. Can that work with this?
So okay, Visa and MasterCard are daily, and cash will be weekly.
Yes.
Okay. Even if, yeah, because so that would be because this point of sale transaction report shows you, or yeah, populates all the payments that we have received today. So if you will be depositing the cash at the end of the week, so you can still actually do that, but you have to like unpost the journal entry. Or you can, when you deposit the MasterCard or the Visa, you can just save the journal entry, not post it yet. And oh yeah, you have to delete the journal entry so you can be able to edit the deposit worksheet, so you can be able to deposit the cash.
Okay, Samantha has a follow-up question. Would I just leave the deposited amount as 0?
If you don't confirm it, like if you want to make it leave it as 0, so you don't have to confirm it here. or put a check mark so that it will not populate in the deposit worksheet.
Okay, next question. For check deposits, can you enter the checks so that they can be individual amounts and not a total amount? The reason with that, they deposit their checks through the phone, and they go into the bank account individually and not as one total.
Oh, do you mean in the journal entry? If you are referring to the journal entry, you can actually edit the journal entry and add or what do you call this? Post the check individually, like every amount that have been received, like not the total. You can actually edit the journal entry.
Anita, did that answer your
Next to you.
questions? Or do you have any other questions on that?
Is this what? Yeah. Is it what you're referring to? I forgot the name.
It was Anita.
Yeah, you can actually Anita. Yeah, you can actually add like unpost this one and edit this journal entry. Put the 1010 or whatever the bank account is for the check. You can edit this amount and add another line for the check, and yeah, you
Okay, so just
can post it
enter them
individually.
separately.
Yeah, you can do it actually.
Okay, Anita, if that answers your question, great. But if it doesn't, give us a call or send us an email and let us know, and we can discuss that further with you. Any other questions? We still have a little bit of time, so if there's anything that you're looking to know or have something clarified, let us know. All right, well, I don't see anything coming in, so we will end it there for today. But as I said, feel free to give us an email if you have any questions afterwards. You can rewatch the webinar on our website, windwardsoftware.com/webinars as well. And I hope that we will see you on the 7th for our Windward Intelligence webinar. That's going to be really interesting. Thank you so much for the presentation, Abby. You did a great job.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a good day.
All right, have a good day. Bye.